What is going on, everyone? It is your boy Bon back with another episode of Minecraft Escapism. Where we last left off, I was trying to find my way back home and talking about how it felt being lost in both the Minecraft world and in the real world. Well, I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. I certainly did, because I went and watched the Minecraft movie, of all things, with yours truly and many other good friends. It was definitely a well, I could say that, you know, my personal review of the movie is that it was you know, a solid solid 3 or 2 out of 5 5 mushrooms. Yes, 3 out of 5 mushrooms. And the reason why I say that is because, well, it was definitely a movie. You know, it had its moments. It was you know, cringy at its worst, but you know, sort of I would say at its best it was, you know, a movie. You know, there was nothing too original, I thought, about it. And without giving any spoilers, I thought at its best it was definitely a round of applause moments in the theater for many people who understood all the references, and obviously all the great lines that we talked about circulating online and stuff like that. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed that movie as much as I did. It certainly kept me awake the whole time, although my friend fell asleep. Unfortunately, Mr. Demonic fell asleep during the theater. That was great. We will probably talk about that in the podcast or whatever. But yeah, I wanted to get this episode started off by with a new set of fresh tools and sort of rebuilding my little shack off of where I started. And I'll probably start with doing a few rooms first. And this episode really is about just, you know, starting very, very small, I would say. And that's going to be the theme of this whole episode. This title is Starting Very Small, and I think that's something that I've always thought of as the first step towards getting anything done. So, first task, we're going to chop a tree, and I like to ramble a lot of the episodes, but I feel as though I just want to go through one little set of things that I might keep a little notepad to talk about on the side, and I did come a little bit more prepared this time. I have a cup of tea, and, you know, got all my things in order here. I came back today from work, and, you know, just getting stuff done. You know, every day is a new day full of adventure opportunities, no matter what you do. All right, there's always something new. I feel like there's always something different about each day. Sometimes some days are harder, other times some days are easier and more relaxing, and we just gotta take those days, go with the flow, stuff like that. Put this rabbit in here. So what was I gonna do today? I'm going to build a little room for myself. I think I want a little bit more space here. I was just going to design sort of a nice little spot. I see some sugar cane, what looks to be sugar cane over there. I'm not sure if that is, but I wanted to design a little bit of a bookstore. I'm gonna have to use, or bookstore, not bookstore, but a little library, like, you know, like libraries and stuff like that. But, you know, we'll make this a little bit wider and just keep this up. Apologies for if you hear any Discord pings in the background. I certainly am getting a lot of messages from friends and things like that. But yeah, lots of stuff on the agenda. I mean, so what was I going to talk about besides building my house? Lots of stuff. So been working on a new video. That, and me and my good friend Mr. Demonic, we've you know, you might know him as Mika, or he's now known as Demonic as his preferred name. Me and him have been working on a lot of this gameplay video of the finals with one of my good friends. You'll meet him. His name's Loading, or Always Loading. And we played this game about a couple years back. Not a couple years back, what am I saying? A year back. We played it very recently, and you'll hear a lot about it in the vlog. Just a little bit of a mention, but it is a game. It is one of those, battle royale type games, and I recorded some pretty funny moments because all the times you meet the weirdest things. You encounter the weirdest things online when it comes to these types of things. So I made a little video on that. I hope you guys will enjoy it. That's in the works, but you'll hear about that in the next monovlog as well. That's premiering this Friday. Please check it out. But yeah, checking in with everything. We got that in the works. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, I've been finally getting the chance to design my own characters for my own comic. I've been looking forward to that. It's getting a little bit dark, so I'm going to put some torches up and maybe make a little trapdoor, but this is just going to be my room for now. And the key really is everything starts from a simple set of beginnings. Like, I think with a lot of activities, most people, I heard this in a video once, that most people don't know the answer to the question, how would you eat an elephant? And when I first heard that, my unconscious simply thought, oh, there's no way you can eat an elephant in a day, in a sitting, like no way. But the question was not, could you eat an elephant in a day, or could you eat an elephant within a specified constraint of time or space or people. It was more just like the simple question, period. How would you eat an elephant? And so I thought about it, and as the video went on, it explained to think about taking apart such a big thing. You would split it among different people, divide it, and also start very small. And I thought that was just like such a simple solution, but obviously this had to do with, setting apart some constraints aside, like time, people, and resources, money, all that stuff, to be able to eat this elephant. And I think that's a lot of things in life. You encounter a lot of elephants to eat, and you're not sure where to begin, because some elephants are not worth eating. You can't. It might even hurt you more to have to eat that elephant than to not eat it. That's the case with a lot of endeavors. Certain jobs are too high risk for too little reward, or certain things are just a little bit too. Oh, that's water. Oh my gosh. Just a little bit too. What's the right word? Too uninteresting, or not part of the value system that each of us have, and I think that's really important. But with anything in life, it's about breaking it down to the smallest set of things. Like, I could explore this world right now and do everything in Minecraft I wanted to, but then it's like that, right? Like, what is really the point? And the point is not to not to just speed run everything, at least not in this playthrough. The point is more to just, oh, that's a spider. To look at the set of problems in your life or something like that as to break it down into smaller chunks, consumable chunks, digestible chunks. Not that everything is a thing to be consumed, of course. We'll talk about that in another video, but yeah, the video stuff, the YouTube channel, I hope you guys have been enjoying that. I certainly have been. I've been doing my best to work on the audio and mix and edit with my good friend Demonic. He's been doing a great job, and I'm really happy that he's been part of the channel. And if you guys are interested, we'll be probably starting a podcast soon talking about stuff just like I'm doing in this oh god, oh, in this video. But yeah, the Minecraft movie was definitely, and I'm sorry for rambling so much, guys, but it was definitely something very, I would say it was pretty, in some ways nostalgic, in other ways just, you know, a bit too much for the younger generations, which I think is fine. I certainly don't mind, you know, stuff like that at all. But I'm gonna have to block myself in because of all these mobs. Sorry. We start small, right? Ah, there's a phantom outside. That's why I didn't hear them. But anyways, with anything, it is a small set of steps to achieve very simple things. And it is really the little things that I'm referring to here. Making your bed every day, getting up and having a cup of coffee. These are little things that we kind of tend to overlook because we take it so much for granted. You know, being able to home and have a nice shower, eat a nice meal, sleep in a warm bed, and have comfy clothes. These are things that I feel like are constantly overlooked in our lives. And definitely not for the better, because I think that, you know, now more than ever, we're looking at our lives as if they're just sort of products of mechanisms in the past in order to create an experience. You know, everything is a set of you know, like living in a highly capitalist, highly advanced society. We see everything as sort of a transaction. I don't know if this makes any sense really, but not everything can be reduced to its monetary value. I think we all know that, and I think we all know that everything related to that actually just comes from within, comes internally, not externally. We always look for external things in terms of like pleasure, other people, but you know, happiness is not something that I think comes from going somewhere. It comes from that spirit that lies deep within the human heart, the human soul, to be able to want to adventure and explore and start new things. That's the whole reason why we go to the movies, to watch people, you know, face heroic dangers and challenges and stuff like that. But yeah, either way, the first step, every expert was once a beginner. Every person that you see, every adult that in your life that seems like they were always at the top of their game forever, nobody. There was a quote that I heard from you know, Steve Jobs, and you know, think what you want of, you know, Mr. Steve Jobs, Mr. Apple, but he said something in a video during which, while I was working one day, I thought it stuck with me forever and ever, and I'll never forget it. He said that, and I'm not sure this was before his Stanford speech. I think it was before his Stanford speech. He said that everything that you see around you in life was actually just made up by people who were no smarter than you. And you can change it, you can mold it, you can figure out that if you can poke life, something will come out from the other side. If you learn that, you'll never be the same again. And I thought about that for a very long time, because ever since I started getting into work, ever since I started working, I felt this sense of deep dread that everything around me didn't matter. Everything I did was just a pit, a sink, a black hole that I could never escape, that I'd never be able to achieve my true goals, my true dreams, and my true aspirations, because I was stuck in a dead-end job. I think as soon as I started to take a step back and realize everything around me was in fact just made up by someone else, not only did that cut away the fear that because everything was made by other people, that it was all terribly imperfect, but it also gave me the confidence that I could make something better. And that's what I realized in my job. And ever since then, I've, moved on to do different things. I haven't obviously stuck to do the same thing forever and ever, but I'm grateful for that. And I think it's those little things that I overlooked many, many times. It all ties back into what I think is really the importance of viewing of one's life as a series of small steps, small adventures, small achievements. Because otherwise we can kind of get overly frustrated about those little things not being up to the standard that we wish. If we just simply looked at it as is and not expected more. Because life today, we expect so much more. I think we have so much more to eat, to explore, to do, that we're constantly overstimulated and over-consuming of everything that's around us. There's no way that we could possibly watch every YouTube video. There's no way we could possibly eat every single dish that there ever was to be made by a chef. There's no way, because there's just too many different things, and there's so many people that exist on this earth, that there's just no way for us to even get a head start on that. So if we wanted to do more than one thing, we should really focus on that one thing. What is it during the day? Is it getting our laundry done first? What's priority? It's just like I said in my my vlog. There's which you guys will see premiered this Friday. It's like there are urgent things, there are non-urgent things, there are important things, and there are not important things. You want to basically be able to say, I need to do what's urgent and important, and then focus on what's maybe not urgent, but very important. And, once you figure out that you can create systems in your life and routines in place and discipline yourself to be able to do those small sets of tasks in order to achieve the bigger picture, the bigger goal, maybe getting a job, maybe dating, maybe starting your own startup, building even just small things. Like, it's the same principle, right? Building your own little house in Minecraft. Like, I just got distracted, and of course this is what I do all the time, is that I get distracted when I ramble for a while and forget that I have a house to build. Well, I was collecting resources while doing it, so that's the good part. And video games are one thing too, right? They allow your dopaminergic, is that a word? They rig your systems to help you anticipate pretty high emotional achievement, and they're really good at that. And I think, but Minecraft, since it came out, was always a game that was very relaxing. It was always a process. It was never that you would be done with this game within a day, or 2 days, or 3 days, or even a week, or even a month. I played this game since I was 10 years old, obsessively for 5 years, and I still have found myself opening this game up just to make something out of it, a video, a commentary on life. And I'm grateful for that. I mean, the fact that I'm able to communicate with you guys, with random people that I would never be able to talk to or meet in a million years, but I have the possibility of doing so with the internet and with the tools that I'm given, is an amazing thing. And I feel like it's taken for granted. I feel like we don't use it in the right ways. But that is just me. And today I'm starting small, even though I got lost last episode. I'm simply focused on a task, and that task right now is to build a house, and grab a little sugarcane, make a little library. Like I said in these episodes, there's really not a specific goal, but I'm always going to be given a specific topic to talk about, and that topic today is the small things, the little things. The little things that we do, because I feel like life gets so busy that, for people, most people, that we don't get to stop. We don't just get a break. You know, I only just recently started this channel because I had a break from my job, and I was grateful for it, but it was more than just a break that I needed. And so I started this channel because I had the time. I gave myself the opportunity to say, I can do it. I can figure out what needs to be done for the future, and I made sure that I communicated that with the people around me. And that's the most important part, is the communication. And the communication and the honesty is the part that probably is the bedrock of everything that you do. Is that you're not too honest, because being too honest can, you know, put you at a vulnerable position. So don't be too honest. You know, don't tell people your life story or your life secrets per se, but do stuff that makes sense for your life and your context. And that's what I would say. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. I'm sorry it's a bit of a short one, but after I finish this little house, I'm gonna be finished up. What I'll probably do is make in a little extension of this house in the next episode, and I'll just get a little bit of cobblestone. Actually, I like this cobble deep slate, so what I'll do is probably make some extra, let's see, some cobble deep slate stairs, maybe? Yeah, I think that'll do that. These are nice little rocky area. It's good to get this stuff done during the day, of course, and you know, we got to do things that, of course, are adjusted to our circadian rhythm. I mean, I know so many people that I've talked to feel like, my God, I want to be motivated. You know, I was looking at this server post in Wade Shoes Discord, and they said, one of these people said that I feel so tired and out of energy all the time that it's so hard to find motivation to do things that I really want to do. And honestly, I really relate to that for sure. But I think the more important thing to note in something like that is, what's your diet like? Are you generally predisposed to some sort of genetic condition? Do you exercise? Do you go outside often? Like, these are all things that we need to do as as Homo sapiens in order to survive. Not just survive, but live. And if we don't, you know, if we neglect that, I think we make a big mistake for ourselves in neglecting our own needs. You know, not eating properly, not staying hydrated, not sleeping. You know, we have it so good, so we can ignore these basic needs and still be well. But I think that the unfortunate fact is that we neglect these basic things and then look around and think, oh, what happened? why am I not getting the stuff I need to get done? Well, maybe it's because you're ignoring your basic needs, and that you need to get your ass up and eat some food, or clean up your own clothes, or do the stuff that you need to do that you've been neglecting, right? Like, just seems like it seems like obvious things, but we always think that it's unnecessary. Oh, I'll do it later, or whatever. Oh, like, it's not important right now. But I think that we really need to see that as more important. We need to understand how important that is, really. And this is what I would say to my old self. I would give myself the same advice as I would give anybody else, and I would hope to follow it, and I would hope to, make myself aware that I need to follow this, right? It's really important. That looks weird, doesn't it? It's alright. Not the best at building in a while, but I'm gonna make a nice little roof, and it's gonna be good. Let's get I made 40 of these, so I'll probably need some more cobblestone. Maybe just some stone here, I don't know. I apologize, guys, I'm not the greatest builder, but I do try my best here to make a nice little house. Let's see if I can get up here, build my roof. But yeah, guys, start small, start basic, start be humble. It's hard to, it's hard not to have to think about every single little thing that's pestering you or bugging you on a day-to-day. Life is very overwhelming, right? Like, and it's important to take a step back, and just see, like, what is so hard about simply allowing yourself to take a break. There's nothing inherently wrong for you if you take a break, right? That's what I realized. Is like I needed a real break. I needed a real, like, I needed something, more than just a cup of tea on a very rainy night. I needed more than just, like, I needed more than that. I seriously needed just a change of perspective on my life. That's what I needed. And I'm not gonna back down to this guy, because I know he's just being a... These mobs always suck. I can get rid of that guy soon. There we go. But yeah, it's a peaceful day, and hope that everyone is doing just swell and just fine. I do hope that amidst all of the chaos in your life, you can find a little bit of peace, as I have been trying as best I can. But let me finish up this roof and make a nice little room for myself. This is just going to be one branch, but I want to see if I can get a little bit more cobbled deep slate. But yeah, guys. Oh, hey there, buddy. Okay. Could use a little bit more melon here. But yeah, I will finish this up and end the episode, and make sure that I can actually have a base to call home. Actually, I think we are out of time, so I hopefully can do this a little bit more off stream. But let me know what you guys think, and yeah, do you want to see what? Let me know always what you would like to see. Oh gosh, I'm in a bit of a fight. Wow, that was rough. I haven't died yet this episode, or these episodes so far. So I hope for that not to be the case. Please don't have there be a creeper. Okay, inside we go. Let's block this up for the second floor. Oh boy. Alright, a little bit more cobblestone and I think we're done. Yes. Alright, let me get that up. Ooh. But yeah, big thank you to Mr. Demonic and everyone who's watching. Really do appreciate if you're still sticking around. This channel is meant to be sort of my own personal life journal, and anybody who's really interested, I really do appreciate it, because this is something I've wanted to start for a very long time, ever since I was probably like 13, so I do really appreciate anybody who's watching. Thank you guys again, and yeah, I will see you in next video. But yeah, my humble little abode. It's not much, but it is something. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Peace.